This is going to be one of those videos that's really short and to the point, but packed full of some really good information. This is a 2002 Dodge Ram 2500. It's the one with the Cummins with a 6 in the VIN. And the trouble code that I got on this is, you see in the title, it says P0483. And what that means is that your fan clutch is acting up. How's the computer know if a fan clutch is acting up? I'll tell you why. It's electronically controlled. When you look at the radiator fan, if you turn it to the back side, you'll see that it's got this Vistion, or what do they call it? They call it a Visctronic fan clutch. That's what it is. It plugs in down in the radiator shroud. Where the plug for that is, a lot of times they'll fail and then you unplug it. Okay, by the way, you'll also get a code P2509, which means that your computer's lost power. And what happens is when these go bad, they bonk your computer goes out, and then your truck won't start. Where the plug is it's just down on the side of the radiator, and in order to get the fan out like I just had, the trickiest thing of the whole deal is there's these little body tabs, like these little pine tree push button things. I know you're not getting a clear picture, you just have to bear with me. But there's one right here, and there's one in the other side. You pop those out, and then this lower shroud piece, I know I'm all over the place, sorry. If you need to puke, grab a trash can. But this lower piece right here, basically it's held on by these little brackets, and you slide that up and off. Once you get that out of the way, that's the first thing you want to do aside from unplugging that thing. But after you unplug, look, it's like a big dead sunflower. After you get this out of there, you can pull this out, and the first thing you want to do, there's a trick I have. These get stuck on there. This surface goes against the water pump real tight, and when you look down through there, you can't even get a wrench on it because you got bolts going in here and bolts going in there. It's a 1/2 inch or 13 millimeter here. Pull 2 or 3 of these out, and then pull 2 or, I think I only pulled 2 of the 8 millimeter ones out of the pulley from the water pump. That'll enable you to get a wrench on there. Then you can put a pry bar behind the water pump pulley back over here and then crank it off. If that doesn't work, and it's not going to work, just so you know, I've got a chisel tool and a chisel technique that I've developed. You see the deformation on this one, but this is going in the trash, so I'm totally cool with that. Even if it wasn't going in the trash, it'd still be totally fine. What that does is it initiates a lot of shock and gets all the corrosion off, and it also rotates it because of the way I do it. Let me show you what I'm talking about. What I've done is I took my welder and I welded a chisel onto an air chisel and created a little bit of an angle. Then I took the air chisel and I put it into a 1/2 inch impact socket. Literally it's a 13 millimeter and a 1/2 inch drive. It's a 1/2 inch on both ends. And I tape that together, and then I take an extension and I tape that together. Now what I do is, now look at the angle, imagine this is in the car. What I do is I hit it a bunch of times on the very edge, like you see here. I'm trying to hold still, bear with me here. You hit it a bunch of times right there, score it in really nice and deep, and then after you've got a nice deep score and you've put a lot of vibration to it, then hit like you're going to cut straight through down where the thing is. And what that does is, see all that metal behind the chisel right there? That's a whole lot of angular torque, and it's going to knock that, so it'll come undone. These are right-hand thread, just traditional righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. So anyway, you just rotate that off, and then after you pull that off, pull the whole thing out. Don't undo them inside, because that's a real pain in the neck to get back on, because you'd be juggling the 2 of them. So anyway, I only put 1 bolt in, maybe 3 at max, and then put it up in there, and then I put the rest of it all up in there. The way that you spot them is that where the bolt holes are, if you're already too far, where the bolt holes are is they're just off to the side of these little things, just like that. So anyway, this is a tricky fix. Basically the truck would just crank and crank and crank, hook it up to the scan tool, nothing, no readings off the computer. To get the codes, if you turn the key on and off 3 times real quick, just 1, 2, 3, leave it on. Where your odometer is, a digital odometer, it'll give you your codes. You don't even need a code reader for this. So that's another cool thing about Dodge. And so anyway, I hope this is helpful. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Don't personal message me, that drives me crazy. just do it on the video, and then other people can get the same thing. I don't have to answer it 5 or 6 times, because I miss stuff, and I'm sorry. I would put it in if I remember, but I don't remember everything. So I hope this is helpful, and good. It's always a fun feeling when shit comes in on a tow truck and goes out purring like a kitten. I like that. That fan clutch did it.